everybody, my name is Sarah Falasa. This is the Capstone 265 presentation required for my degree for the Paralegal Studies program. The first outcome I believe I met to obtain my degree is how would you describe the basic responsibilities, legal and procedural theories and limitations of a paralegal. I believe I met this in my class, Pleg 100, Introduction to Legal Research and Studies. It was about a man named Sam. It was his wedding day. He was legally carrying a weapon. However, he was illegally searched and seized. The question that had to be answered was it an illegal search and seizure? And come to find out that it was. The next outcome I believe I met was, how would you define, apply, and defend principles of legal ethics with a variety of settings? I believe I met this outcome in Pleg 120, which is known as civil litigations. It was about a woman named Bella Henderson. She had injured herself severely on a slip and fall at a store. What the cause was she was suing for negligence because they did not salt, and that resulted in, bear with me people, we had to do interviews, we had to do memorandums to the attorney, we had to prove why we were suing what we were suing for. The next outcome I believed I met was in how would you distinguish appropriate legal terminology and utilize current terms correctly in legal documents. This was met in my contract law class, also known as Pleg 110. It was about a lady named Miss Washington and between another lady, Miss Henderson. It was about a tutoring job. She was required, actually she was searching for her children for a tutor. And the lady, Miss Henderson, was from out of state, so she had to get a hold of an attorney and make an employer-employee relation agreement where it not only assured her the obligation if she wanted to terminate, but also the legal rights of the employee as well. My next outcome was, how did you design and compose legal documents, including but not limited to correspondence, pleading briefs, reasonable and relevant different substantiative of law? This was met in my Pleg 210 domestic relations course. It was premarital arrangement and divorce proceedings between clients, hypothetical of course, named Tom Ship and Katie Abode, and she was divorcing him over his religious his beliefs of Scientology. He was really focused on it, and she had to prove why she also had a child that she had to try to obtain custody for. And then the divorce proceedings, we needed to do the forms for the premarital arrangement, the divorce proceedings, the custody arrangements, and all the forms in between that require when you go to court for such. My next outcome I believed I met was, how did you utilize electronics, print resources to locate primary and secondary law release legal documents? This was in my legal research and writing 1 class, also known as Pleg 135. It was about a Miss Christine Donnelly. She was being accused by a Mr. Sawyer in Michigan. She was in North Carolina, in Michigan, of trademark infringement. She was an owner of a business, Sweet Lorraine's Bakery, and he was going to branch out into the industry in North Carolina, and they found that he was accusing her of trademark infringement of the name Sweet Lorraine's. The next outcome I believe I met was, how would you identify, utilize information and technology tools and skills to the general law office? This was met in my law office management and technology course, Pleg 140 it is. we were required to be in a group of, in this particular scenario, 6 teammates we were supposed to have. 3 only participated, me and myself, me and 2 other students, sorry. And we were required to discuss and create a hypothetical law office. We had to do the structure of the firm. How big was it? What size was it? Was it rural? Was it medium? We also had to have job descriptions and even list hypothetical names of people with the jobs and what they did and how they did it. My last outcome for my degree, I believe I reached, was how did you apply appropriate paralegal specific knowledge, skills, behaviors to analyze, interpret primary, secondary law sources and related legal documents. This was met in my PLEG 235 course. It was legal research and writing 2. This is going back towards research and writing 1 with Miss Christine Donnelly. What this was for, it was to show that, you know, the one Mr. Schroyer was located in Michigan. She was in North Carolina, so she had to prove why the jurisdiction should have been moved to federal court and not state Michigan court. And that required documents that required an extensive amount of research in the Lexis Advance, that I've known it as, application that we were given for school. We also had to do complaints, motions, just anything that can prove or that you have to do to provide an attorney assistance with. Thanks. I hope I reached my program outcomes. Have a great day. Bye.